so cool.
Welcome. Here's a little song for you. La 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 la. Welcome.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm recording now.
Whoa. Are we? Yes.
Whoa. Yeah.
Okay.
We're here.
With new effects. Well, actually, only Eunice has the effects.
Yep.
So
Spent the
kinda sad about
entire
it.
day trying to set this dumb thing up. So we're here.
Dude, I'm so jealous. I can't just bust out an auto-tune vocoder harmony layer whenever I want. That's kind of sad. That's awful.
Next time I'll
Next
just
time.
record here and you'll have all the fun with the
Thank
effects.
goodness, because okay. Should I introduce or should I? This is more like a cold
not yet.
open.
Cold open.
Okay, so I just wanted to say because of last week's podcast, I listened to it back and I didn't realize that I was talking like this the whole time. And you know, debuts are kind of cool or whatever. And like I didn't know I was talking like that. And I listened to it back and I hate the way I sound. And it's not like I don't think it's because I was low energy. I think I was just trying to not speak too loudly.
Yeah.
But
also just
I
you
will
didn't
try.
want the entire house to hear your conversation.
That's true. And I think honestly, a little bit more low energy, mostly because when Eunice and I record and we're together, then like I feel a bit more like pumped. I'm a bit more
because we kind of
amped,
feed off of each other.
Exactly. But I can't feed off anything in my barren room. It's funny because it looks like there's nothing here, but all this stuff is in the area that the camera can't see. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah,
But I just want to apologize if people. Yeah, you have a lot of
crap
stuff
behind
in the
me.
background. Hey, it's fine. But I mostly just wanted to bring it up because I wanted to apologize if people thought it was like a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, the dynamic was different than our previous podcast prior to that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, plus we just suddenly had to go on lockdown. So we
That's
weren't
true.
really
So,
expecting to be separated for that one.
So adjusting to like an online setup is a little bit different. I also, I don't know if this is a thing. I don't know if you've noticed this, but when I was watching myself on the last podcast, it felt like I wasn't really moving my mouth much, and it looked like my mouth was doing kind of like a ventriloquist thing.
No.
So now I'm like super enunciating everything and trying to open my mouth wide.
I mean, it's good to enunciate. I feel like I have to do that too. I'm a mumbler.
Yeah. So I think we need to. I mean, no, but I think the other one sounded fine. It's just I think last week in particular, it felt like I wasn't. I was trying to be too reserved, and that's not usually how I go about this. So
it's okay.
Yeah.
We're here now.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Eunice. We stopped doing that. Why'd we stop doing that?
We didn't do that last week, and we're the half of podcast.
Yeah. I wish I had.
Episode 22. We were back.
I promise I'll have better sound effects for the next podcast.
Yes. I know you mostly set this one up, so if you want to take us through what we're gonna do today, then you go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. Also, explain what the podcast is for people listening.
Okay, for people who are new, because I'll bring this up. This is the first podcast that we're recording post actually promoting our work on Instagram.
Yeah.
So because of that, we got kind of like a new influx of people who listen. So if for those who are new and haven't gotten back to listen to the old episodes, because let's be real, the older episodes aren't the best. I think we've definitely improved.
Definitely. I think we've finally found what we want to do with the podcast. I mean, we've been speaking about this for a while, but recently we started to take it more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
and we
Yeah, I
decided
think so
that
too.
this was the direction we wanted to go in.
Right.
But
We kind of have more of a voice,
yeah,
I think, now.
for
So
sure.
that's good.
Yeah.
And in all of that, because of that, just to explain, okay? And
Yes.
this will come up. This will make sense with what we're doing next. But
I'm trying to
it's called
set
the
it
half
up.
full. It's called the half full podcast because we're mostly so we're talking about like Filipino and Asian culture, and me. So I'm the half Asian of the duo, and Eunice is the full Asian. So
Yeah.
half full. So
Full.
that's the kind of perspective.
Yeah.
And on top of it, I see myself as like a half full Asian as opposed to a half empty Asian.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense. It's a good way to see it.
Yeah.
And
because some of the comments that were left on one of our promoted posts, I just felt like I had to bring that up again. And this is not to like because I'm like upset or because I was a little bit thrown off, a little bit, but I think it's because people took the clip that we posted kind of in like without the whole context.
Yeah.
Of the whole podcast, because like I don't know.
Yeah.
But well, you go.
So, yes, we're recording it the day after it was posted.
But thank you for even if you just commented, thanks. Like I don't
for sure. I mean,
whatever
that was the goal.
Totally...
That was the goal for just like having other people post our content. We wanted people to have a conversation about this particular topic, and this topic was that Ryan thought that lechon is D tier, and people were genuinely offended. Well, some people, but
I don't know if it was genuine. I think like not to be like, oh yeah, everyone was so mad about it, but like
I think they're just like very joking about it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I didn't take it too seriously. I just thought it was funny that a lot of people were not on my side about it, and I can understand that. I think I know me saying that is a bit controversial, but I thought at least maybe like 2 or 3 people would be like, yeah, I agree or something. But no, it was majority, you're an idiot.
Here's the thing. I think people think that lechon isn't superior, but people are afraid to say it because this would happen. People think you'd be disrespecting Filipinos. Yeah.
And it's like I don't know. I think because people didn't take it with the whole context of the episode, people think I'm just like kind of bashing Filipino food, or I'm saying like I don't really like it. But it's not that. It's just like one thing out of like a plethora of Filipino cuisine that I love. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite comments is, "This is an insult."
I'm getting a little choked up here. Sorry.
This is an insult to the Filipino culture. If you're Filipino, you should be thankful for what is given to you and know that you're eating plenty than kids in the slum in the Philippines.
See, okay. Let's break that comment down. Okay. First of all, if you're the one who submitted it, thank you for your comment.
I highly doubt they're listening to this.
But
go on.
And you're probably definitely not listening to this if that's how you felt about it. I don't think me saying lechon is bad in my opinion. I don't think that has to do with me being ungrateful.
Yeah. It's a totally different thing. That's irrelevant to the statement that you said.
Can you read the first part of it again? I'm
They didn't have punctuation, so let me try this. This is an insult to the Filipino culture.
Okay.
If you are Filipino,
that's all I needed.
Oh, okay. But go ahead.
I forgot the first part. And like, is Filipino culture defined by one dish?
No, absolutely not.
It's not, right?
I'm pretty sure other countries have lechon. Like other Southeast Asian countries have lechon. Just like,
or even if it's not called lechon, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
So I just think for me personally, the way it's cooked or like the way it's just not for me.
Yeah,
and I think
is
like
fair.
Because when we were recording the podcast, I was a little high energy. You know, I wanted to be like, yeah, I think it sucks, blah blah blah. It's like, look, if you like it, it's totally fine. It's not like I'm here saying like everyone should think it's bad. It's one person's opinion.
Right.
Like if you love it and eat all of it that you want.
Yeah.
But going back to the comment, man. Like going back to the comment, from what I've learned, even from other my friends who are Filipino as well, is that lechon is supposed to be kind of like a status symbol.
Yeah.
So people, if you were like not so well off, you wouldn't be having like lechon all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more like a special occasion kind of thing. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
think me not liking it is being ungrateful,
No.
because I think that comment is an example of taking it out of context,
Mm-hmm.
where I was saying, but I love all of these foods that are Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this one in particular. I don't know, but
I just
I
read
don't
a comment, and it's in
know.
Tagalog.
Oh gosh.
They said,
Okay, you're gonna have to
they said,
translate for me, please.
"Bubusya," which
Oh
means
gosh,
you're dumb.
that sounded aggressive. That's fine. I like that comment better though. You know what I mean? I like that comment better because it's just like,
For
you know
sure,
what?
for sure.
No, you're dumb, and it's like
Yeah.
that's fine. You can. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
At least it's not like calling out like my character. I don't know. Like to
Mm-hmm.
say that I'm ungrateful. I don't know. That's kind
Mm-hmm.
of weird. Especially for lechon, like a bougie food, bougie dish.
Right. Is that
I don't know.
is that technically bougie though?
In terms of like in comparison to all the other foods that we
Yeah,
talked
I
about, no?
guess. I guess. I
Because it's
guess you're
supposed to
right.
be seen as like a status symbol kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, if we look at it
In a
that
more
way,
traditional sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Any other comments?
Yeah.
I'd love to
the
go
the
through
top
some of
the
them.
top comment is, "Yo, I don't accept him as a Filipino."
Dang.
To which I replied, "That's his white side talking." So,
Which is kind of true, I guess, right?
yeah.
See, that hurts a little. Because a
Aw.
lot of the reason why like I came up with this idea for the podcast because I wanted to kind of break down this idea that because I'm not full Filipino necessarily, that I can still be proud of it
Mm-hmm.
and still like cling onto it
Yeah.
as if I was like 100%. You know what I mean? So like,
No,
but
I
I've heard
agree.
comments like that all the time when I was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and not even like mean ones. And I don't think that one even is mean. I think that one is like a funny, maybe even sarcastic one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
think like
Most of these are.
yeah, in certain like because I hung out with a lot of Filipinos when I was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
mostly Filipinos, you know, and I'm always like the whitey or the white guy. It's like, oh, Ryan, you're so white or whatever. You know what I mean? And I've heard that all my life.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not that big of a deal to me.
Hmm.
But I think it's kind of I'm just trying to the reason why I'm talking about stuff like this is because I'm trying to break down this like barrier between like the
Sure.
two sides of me. Like I don't know. Like
Sure.
I don't I'm not trying to be too eloquent about it, but something like it's whatever. It's fine.
I mean, you don't
I mean,
take
like,
you don't take offense to any of this, though.
no, not at all. Not
Yeah.
at all. Hey,
I mean, hey.
I respect people who strongly back up what they like. I'm
Sure.
totally fine with that. That's
Yeah.
because these people just really like lechon. You love lechon this much? Fight for it. That's what I say.
Hey, I just found people who agree with you.
Oh my gosh, are
They
you serious?
said-
Are these new comments? Because I didn't see any of these yesterday.
This
I
was
saw only
18 hours ago. So
Okay.
Dave something. He said, "I don't like lechon either, just preferences." I'm gonna like that.
Just preferences, guys. Just preferences. Right? If you wanna
Someone else said,
if you wanna
"I
give me some
can't
adobo,
eat
I'm
lechon
gonna eat that.
also."
Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad there were some people because I swear when I was reading the comments, I found nothing. I found nothing. It was only people telling me. I read one comment was like it's like someone like send this guy back to the motherland
Yep.
or something like.
Yep.
That one's pretty funny.
Someone else said, "Insult here, insult there. He has different tastes. Do y'all like dinuguan?" And that's you.
True. I don't mind it as much.
Yeah. See, I hate it.
But I don't prefer to eat it. But I
Yeah.
could eat it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. Is that actually what it says? That comment?
Yeah. I
Oh,
liked it.
Thank you. Thank you for whoever said that. I know some people have my back. Some people have my back.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's pretty good though. That's pretty funny. But either way, like I'm not trying to like I think I'm coming off like I'm hurt a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
I totally don't take offense to any of the comments. I
I'm
think
glad.
people just feel so strongly, passionately about, especially like food is such a big part when it comes to talking about culture.
Sure.
And I think because I somewhat insulted like a staple, then people took it to heart or whatever. And then even if it wasn't to heart, they just wanted to like say like, "Nah, you're dumb. Lechon's sick." And it's like that's totally cool. That's totally fine. But I don't take back what I said.
Good.
That's how I feel about it.
Good.
Yeah. Maybe I could have said it a bit nicer.
No. You stand by that. I will support your disgust for lechon.
Yeah. But I would say if people were offended by it, I didn't try to be. But I think watch the whole podcast and you can see that I do have an appreciation for Filipino food.
Yeah.
With other dishes.
The important ones, ones at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you don't like lumpia, then I'm sorry, you're insane.
Something wrong with you, dude.
We can agree with that, right? Everyone, I think everyone, like.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Oh man.
But I'm honest, yeah. But I'm glad. I mean, if you're like a first-time listener, like, and if you found us through those promoted videos, welcome, and thanks for dropping by. It's so cool.
Welcome. Here's a little song for you. La 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 la. Welcome.
I guess you're gonna bust that out as much as possible. That's pretty sick.
Oh, by the way,
Amazing.
We gotta thank our 2 iTunes reviewers.
Yes, we had 2 iTunes reviews. Oh my gosh, you're not gonna play the song, are you?
I'm not gonna play it. I'll insert it.
Okay.
Later. We're both not gonna sit here and just listen to it. I'll
it's
just
very
insert
rusty.
it right here.
It's very rusty. I didn't honestly. That's a one take. I was gonna clean it up a bit more. But to Raphael BC and Country Gals. Thank you for your iTunes reviews. And for the people who are listening, if you leave us an iTunes review, we will do something with it.
Yes.
So,
just like this.
Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the review. You don't know how much it means to us. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the review. You don't know how much it means to us. Raphael, you gave us a review. A very first one. You said that I can go off the handle sometimes.
And hey, you're right, sometimes I do. I'll go out the handle and talk about sex matters. Anyway, next one.
Country Gals, you say you're our biggest fan, and that's pretty great. Thanks for listening and all the compliments. It makes us feel really happy to say thanks.
Yeah, you don't have to make you don't have to make the faces.
Okay, sorry. I'm making the face about how bad it is. So. Don't worry about it, guys.
No worries. I mean, is that all we want to say?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But just for people who know, or if people think that I'm not actually Filipino, I'm half.
Yeah.
Because I think
Man
maybe
is
people
half.
are like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who's this guy now hating on lechon? It's like
Some people did
I don't
say
know.
you are whitewashed, which is true.
Literally,
They just didn't
though.
know that you're half.
I'm like literally white.
Actually.
Like actually. So, there you go. So you were right. But thank you for people who were checking it out and stuff like that. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Shall we dive into today's thing?
For those of you at home who are listening, I'm making a diving motion.
Yeah, because that's what divers do. Yep.
Yep, they go like this, put their hands together, and press it against their forehead, and then they go in. This is exactly what they do. Gosh, please cut that.
No, I'm keeping that.
All right. Great. Yeah, if you want to introduce the topic.
So today, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about the Philippines and some dumb facts about them. Not them,
Dumb
the
facts?
Philippines. Not really dumb. Not really dumb. Just like facts
just, like,
that aren't
Like
important.
obscure.
Sure.
like-
yeah.
Okay. Very like nuanced. Very like not necessary.
Yes.
Or just,
Exactly
like,
that.
random facts. Let's just say.
And
Yeah,
so I thought we could just have like a little game, not really a game, we're not keeping track of a score or anything. It would just be like,
Ibulaga? Aw,
yeah, the freaking 4-hour show.
love that show.
But
Someone please subtitle it. If you work for them, please subtitle it. Thanks.
please, so that Ryan can watch it.
I can't watch it. You know how I feel when I'm watching social distancing and I can't understand what they're saying?
You don't need
Unbelievable.
subs to watch their dancing.
Sure I do.
Okay. So anyway, this is gonna be like a true or false thing. Like, you just have to guess whether it's true or not.
Great. I'm gonna look even worse.
It's fine.
After
You know,
that.
these are dumb.
This guy doesn't.
Don't worry.
This guy doesn't know that. He got that wrong. This guy's not Filipino. Okay.
But, you know, true or false, that's too boring. You know, we have to put it into a Tagalog perspective. We gotta go, oo naman.
Oh my god. Why did you say it like that?
Or, Eunice naman. I hate myself.
That was really good.
Everyone's gonna turn this podcast off right now, and I'm so sorry.
Please don't turn it off yet. But if you do, I don't blame you. But
yeah.
even if I'm wrong, I'm gonna take this as a learning experience.
Exactly.
Learning more about my people.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Exactly. This is all learning, guys.
I mean, some of these will be interesting to you, I feel.
Yeah. It'll be something
Yeah.
else I can bring up at like a cocktail party or something.
A cocktail party.
Because I go to those all the time.
Oh, yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah, oh yeah, never mind.
All right.
But how many do you
So-
have?
I have 10, but we might not even get through them all.
We can do it. We can do it.
Okay,
confident.
if you say so. All
Hit
right,
me with the first one. I'm ready.
here we go. So, oo naman or Eunice naman.
Do I have to say that?
Nah, it's okay. I won't force you.
Maybe I will.
No,
I'll-
no.
I'll-
Just say true or false.
I'll say it really white though.
Okay. So the first fact is the yo-yo was invented by a Filipino.
Oh. Okay, everyone knows what a yo-yo is,
Yes.
right? And
Everyone does know what a yo-yo is.
I'm trying to think if I've seen a lot of Filipinos yo-yoing. You know what I mean? Well, because you know, like those, like the Asian ones that aren't like the traditional string on your finger yo-yo, but it's like a spinning top, and they're like playing around with it. Because
Yes.
there are a lot of like other Asian cultures that I've seen. They have some sort of like spinning, like toy.
Yeah.
That's like a very traditional like toy or whatever. It's like a
Yeah.
spinning top or something
Yeah.
like that. And the yo-yo is somewhat similar to that.
Sure.
I could see that being true.
Okay.
But I felt like I don't know. That's weird. I feel like the yo-yo is an international thing though. I feel like almost like every culture, like
Mhm.
as a kid, like one point or another, you wanted a yo-yo for some reason to play with. Invented by a Filipino though. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to take up too much time thinking
No
about it.
worries. Just think. You can think.
That's tough. Because I felt like if it was true,
Mhm.
the last time I went to the Philippines was like 2 or 3 years ago, but I never saw any kids playing with yo-yos. And I don't know if when I went to the Palenque that I saw, any yo-yos there.
Wow, look at you with your. Is that
Did
Ilocano?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Tagalog.
Okay, Tagalog.
I think it's both. I'm pretty sure
Tagalog.
it's both. Like, or like it's one. Like, there's no different word. I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say that is false. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, it is. But that's really cool though.
Yeah,
That's really awesome.
it's
Okay,
true.
yeah,
The yo-yo was invented by a Filipino. His name was Pedro Flores.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yo-yo was originally known as the bandolore, which was a toy in the Philippines for hundreds of years.
Wow.
Yeah. And so this Pedro, he heard about like how you can build businesses in the US, so he sold his idea in the US, and he sold his trademark as well, the yo-yo, the name of the yo-yo, I mean. And so yeah, it became popular in the US, and it's a thing.
That's pretty cool.
And fun
I
fact,
didn't know that.
yo-yo is a Filipino word meaning to come back.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, comes back.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty mind-blowing, honestly. That's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Pedro Flores, I'll never forget that.
Pedro sold the trademark to, I think he sold it to, I don't really know how trademarks work, but he sold it to a man named Sam Dubiner, I don't know, who is from Vancouver, Canada. So, two ties there.
Nice.
Trademarked
That's all me.
Yeah.
That's all me right there. Sick.
Hell
Did you
yes.
ever have a yo-yo as a kid?
I did.
Yeah. Could you do any tricks?
No, but my dad can.
Whoa, that's random. Does your dad know about Pedro Flores?
Probably. I'm pretty sure. Because he knew that it was invented by a Filipino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can only do like I can do like the cradle thing. Like, bring it up and then
Yeah.
but that's about it. But nah, I can't. I could barely bring it up half the time. Yeah, it's pretty difficult toy.
It's pretty hard, I will say. Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen lots of people do really cool things with yo-yos and stuff like that. So
I know.
nice.
I wish I could do that. Shout out Pedro Flores.
Because it feels like one of those things that originates. I don't know. I think because since we live in North America, it feels like, oh yeah, the yo-yo's a North American thing. Canada, U.S. You grow up with it. You see commercials of it. You see a bunch of kids playing with it. Blah blah blah. But you don't even think about like where it actually came from. But yeah.
Yeah. Just imagine like all these little kids playing with a Filipino toy. It's like we did that. We did
Dang,
that.
I wish I knew that as a kid. Yeah, I wish I knew that the kids going around elementary school. Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear a thanks for the yo-yo, but yeah. But that's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a good one to start out with.
Number dalawa. Oh, this is a time. All right, here we go. The second fact. The national sport of the Philippines is basketball.
Definitely not. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we all know basketball is very popular in the Philippines. Especially, I think it's weird because it's popular there, but if you're like a North American Filipino at least, it's like even more. Like it's so ingrained in terms of like this U.S. Canada Filipino culture. I feel like basketball is so closely tied with it.
Yeah.
But even in the Philippines, it's totally popular. However, I'm pretty sure it's not the national sport. It's weird too, because like even if you think about Canada, hockey is not the national sport. It's like lacrosse or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought it was
hockey
curling.
Is like is it curling? It's not.
That's
Well,
what
it's
I
not hockey.
heard. Yeah, it's not hockey.
Which is like weird, right? So I'm pretty sure that one's wrong, and I'm pretty sure the actual national sport of the Philippines is volleyball.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Wait, are you saying volleyball? That's not an
no,
option.
I'm just well, no, I'm just saying that it's not basketball.
It's not
Like that's false.
basketball.
That fact is false.
Okay.
Yes. 1 for 2, 50% from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right.
I'll take 50%. That's fine.
That was, yeah, you're right. The national sport is called arnis, which is a type of martial art.
Oh, it's not volleyball.
It's
I don't know
not
why I thought it was
volleyball.
volleyball.
It's also
love
very
volleyball.
popular. Yeah.
You know how popular volleyball is in the Philippines? When I was there and I was flipping through the channels, they're showing like volleyball leagues. Like the Philippines have their own volleyball league,
Mm-hmm.
and they're showing the men's and the women's.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Yeah,
get
my
that here,
parents watch that.
you barely get any WNBA like
I
broadcasts
know,
here,
right?
right?
That's
But in the Philippines,
weird.
you got your male volleyball, you got your female volleyball, and it's all good. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So what is? Can you explain? Do you know much about the actual national sport?
so, okay, I
Do you have
have
any other
a
facts about it?
short description of it. It is a martial
Mhm.
art using swinging and twirling movements along with striking, thrusting, and parrying for defense and offense. So basically, it's Smash.
Sick. What's the name of it again? I'm gonna have to look into that later.
Arnis, but it's also known as
Arnis.
Pananandata, which is Tagalog. But it has different names
So it's like
for
it's like a
whichever region you're from.
It's a martial art essentially,
Pretty much, yeah.
kind of. Ah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it
Cool.
was deemed
I'll
the
have to look
national
that up.
sport by the Filipino government in 2009.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's very recent.
Yeah,
That's
very, very recent.
Yeah. I remember just talking about sports and in Philippines and stuff like that. I was watching, when you get random recommended YouTube videos, it's like I've never searched this up, but if that looks interesting, I'll watch it.
Uh,
Do you know
me all the
Do you
time.
know the sport sepak takraw? Sepak takraw? I don't know if I'm saying that
No
right.
idea what that is.
Essentially though, it's incredible. It's
Oh, yeah?
basically volleyball. It's like volleyball soccer.
Oh,
Sorry, my
that.
phone's ringing.
Oh.
Sorry, volleyball soccer. Yeah, you've seen it, right? So it's like a very weird ball, but it's kind of like maybe like this big. So but you can't use your hands, like you can use everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, they're doing like bicycle kicks in the air to spike the ball down with their feet.
Pretty
It's insane.
cool.
And I was watching, I think it was a bronze medal match for some sort of like international competition, and it was Philippines versus Japan, and
Oh,
Philippines won
shoot.
2-0
Oh,
in
whoa.
sets.
Damn.
It's
Good
pretty
for
sick.
them.
I was watching it. Yeah. So like I guess guessing the Philippines team at Sepak Takraw is actually pretty decent.
Good for us.
But you should see it. Like the amount of athleticism it takes to play that game is out of this world. I
Insane,
can't imagine
yeah.
how hard it is.
Because
Yeah.
you gotta be athletic and
Mhm.
jumps,
Mhm.
acrobatics,
Yeah. That's
power.
very true.
Yeah.
But that but I could totally see how someone would definitely think that basketball is a national sport just because of its overwhelming popularity.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. You were right about that.
Super popular.
Alright.
It was so cool too because in the at my mom's like the neighborhood that we stayed at in the barangay, they have a basketball court there, and it's covered by like a very huge like roof,
Yes.
which is awesome because since it's so hot there, you can always be playing in the shade.
Yeah.
They
Even
gotta
if
do
it's
that here.
raining. Yeah.
And even when it's raining, they should do that here because sometimes during the summer, which is like the only time you can play basketball, or in the spring, and it's like super hot and the sun's just beating down on the court. It's so hard to play.
Yeah.
But if you had like the big like roof or whatever, then it'd be a lot
You
easier.
can play whenever you want.
Huh. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. Now I'm just learning more and more and more about my culture. I love
More
it.
and more and more and more and more and more. Added a little too much there.
That was maybe 5 too many mores. Okay.
Yeah, probably. All right.
Okay.
Next one.
Number
Oo
tatlo.
naman. Or Eunice naman. I forgot it last time. Here it is.
You make big graphics of that.
Oh, you already
of the
know.
segment.
You already know.
Sick. Amazing.
The Philippines currently holds the world record for most women breastfeeding simultaneously.
What? First of all, okay, can you tell me what the record is?
Yes.
Like, do you have the number? What is the record?
10,000.
10,000. So you're telling me you got like a really big field, and you lined up about 10,000 women with their babies to have them all breastfeed at the exact same time, and that's a record. That's in. This is like a Guinness World Record too. It's like a.
I'm just saying the fact. You gotta
What
tell
the
me if
heck?
it's true or not.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
This looks so pretentious.
I feel like. Why? It's just it's a guess bag. I mean, at least it's not what's the one in Gilmore Girls that she's freaking out about that.
Oh,
Logan
I don't
gets
even
for Rory.
remember. Let's not. I don't remember.
Well, those are like
Yeah.
like 3K a bag. But anyway,
Stupid.
'Kay.
Sorry.
10,000 breastfeeding women.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Philippines hold that record? That's so
How?
random.
You tell me? It is very random.
It feels like because it's so random, I feel like why would you bring it up? So I'm kind of using like a meta game to figure out the answer. Because how else am I supposed to figure this out?
Sure.
So I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
that it's true. Yes. But why? But why is that a thing?
Yes. Let me give you the background on it.
You still have the voice effect on.
Maybe.
I should have not said anything and let the
You
whole
should have.
podcast.
The whole
just go with that.
podcast would have been so bad. All right.
I'm just here to try not to laugh at everything. Anyway.
So, in May of 2007, 10,000 mothers and their babies took part in a 1-minute simultaneous breastfeed. And this was
Where
a
was this?
project. It was in like the Manila area. And it was a
Okay.
project by UNICEF to raise awareness for breastfeeding.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, because apparently the percentage of women breastfeeding in the Philippines went down like significantly that year. And so they were trying to, get more people involved in it. So they did this, and
Smart.
lots of mothers gathered in hospitals and daycare centers and parks to participate in the event.
Oh, okay. But I
Yeah.
thought, okay, in my head, that makes a lot more sense. In my head, they were all grouped
I
in
know.
one large area, and you have someone to make sure that the record holds.
I
is
actually
there
don't know
ticking
how
and
they
tallying
kept
that.
track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was more of like the act of it as opposed to it breaking a world record. Because usually when I think of world record, you have to have like an adjudicator there, and he's got to make
Yeah.
sure the setup's legit and all the numbers make sense. So I'm just imagining a guy in a suit with one of those counters just going around all the women, click, 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 and he's like making sure that they're actually breastfeeding, and he's like looking on in. I made it weird.
Oh, man, that's weird.
Yeah, let's not do that. But that's really
I just
cool.
had a visual of a man just watching people breastfeed. That's not good.
I just
That's not
I just
good.
thought they were all sitting in like one large
No,
field
no, I know.
at once.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how would they pull that off? But that's cool. That's cool. All right.
Alrighty.
I also felt like you wouldn't bring that one up unless it was true.
Yeah, I mean, why would I?
Or if
You're
it was
right.
false, you'd be like, they're actually second place with 8,000.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. No worries. All right. Good job. I think you're 2 for 3.
Yes. Which
Yeah?
is not too bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
We are on.
Numéro 4. Oh, nice. I went the Canadian way.
I know some of my numbers.
Good job.
I know some.
I know some numbers.
I know numbers. I know what numbers are.
All right, number 4. Let's forget the name. The the fact is, karaoke was invented by a Filipino. True or false?
I feel like that's false
Mm-hmm.
because I'm pretty sure karaoke was invented in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I could be totally wrong about that, but I think from prior knowledge, I'm almost certain that it wasn't invented in the Philippines. But it is super popular. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Philippines and karaoke is hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And even if you don't use it, you probably, if you're Filipino, you probably have a karaoke set somewhere in the house.
Yeah, or else you're not
Just
Filipino.
in case.
Yeah.
Just in case you need it for an important event.
I think we have maybe 2 in our home. Why? No idea. One for home, one for transporting, probably.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have one? I got a spare. To answer this question, I'm gonna say that is false. Oh, are you serious?
Okay.
I didn't know that. I legit thought it was invented in Japan. I thought I heard that somewhere, and I just thought.
I don't know if my research failed me, but I think this is a trick question because technically it was invented by a Filipino. Like, the first machine was made by a Japanese inventor. But the karaoke that we know today, the one with the sing-along and the lyrics, was made by a Filipino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what was the original karaoke machine then? Was it just so you can hear the song as opposed to
think so.
have
And
to
then
sing along with the lyrics?
I think so.
So it was invented in Japan, but the Philippines innovated it.
Yes. The Filipino man
better.
that made the actual like sing-along karaoke, he invented that in 95. But the Japanese inventor that made the other karaoke machine, aka the Juke 8, that was made in 91. I mean 71. Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Huh. That's cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, everywhere you go in the Philippines, there's a Filipino bar. People singing in the barrio, in their houses. Yeah,
And
it's
not
everywhere.
True, it's not true karaoke unless the echo is turned up to plus
100.
12,
Yeah.
plus 1,000.
It's maxed out pretty much.
And you make sure the volume is also maxed out too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know when you're at your Filipino house party and the adults are singing karaoke upstairs, you can hear it when you're with your little cousins in the basement. And that's how loud it is. You can still hear it. Surprised we didn't get that many noise complaints, to be honest.
Oh my god, I know, right? Like sometimes I'll hear our Filipino neighbors like in their backyard singing karaoke, and I'm like, I don't think you can be doing this here. Like I would have filed a complaint.
You know why? Because in the Philippines, at least, I remember on right outside of our house, I think it was for a party, we rented like a karaoke machine. And this thing is huge. Imagine, like those arcade game cabinets, like Street Fighter and stuff like that big thing. Imagine that, but it's a karaoke machine.
Damn.
It's pretty sick. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's
so I think
humongous.
So karaoke outside, totally common thing, I guess. So yeah, do it outside, man.
For sure.
You can't get that thing through the door anyway. How are you gonna fit the machine through the door? So just do it on the street. It's sick. Yeah.
Now with karaoke though, it has a dark past. Have you heard of the My Way killings?
No.
Okay,
gosh.
well, it's about to get a little juicy.
My Way. Okay.
So, in 98, half a dozen fatal disputes arose in connection to complaints of bad renditions of My Way by Frank Sinatra.
Huh.
Yeah. What? And it occurred again in 2007 when a man was shot dead because a guard was complaining that he needed to stop singing.
Yikes, dude.
And so, like, since 2007... Sorry. Yeah, since 2007, the song My Way has been taken off of playlists and, like, systems in bars all over the Philippines because obviously people were too scared to sing the song. Yeah.
Is this specifically in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, yeah.
Wow. Because the thing is, it's like, let's be real, guys. Most karaoke isn't good, and it's not supposed
It's
to be
karaoke for
good.
a reason, yeah.
It's karaoke. Anyone go up, sing your heart out. Doesn't matter if you're off key. Doesn't matter if you're off pitch, off time, whatever. Just go up there, sing your heart out. So it's weird that people would get that upset about a rendition, especially if it's through karaoke, and specifically that song too.
Yeah.
I didn't know Filipinos cared that much about Sinatra, to be honest with you, but that's
I know, right?
that's really strange.
So strange.
That's kind of funny though, the fact that they would just take that song out.
Yeah, right? But like people started to just not choose it because they were scared to be shot, obviously. So, holy, that's so scary.
Wow.
Like imagine singing and then you get attacked by someone because they didn't like the way you sang.
Now I know never to sing that song ever again in
Never.
my life.
Not. Yep.
Maybe those people just don't like Sinatra, I guess. I don't know.
Now I'm thinking, did they even take it off of more recent systems? Because, like, I don't think I've heard a Filipino at a house party sing My Way.
I need to check my system as soon as we're done here to see if My Way is on it. And
if you have a system at home, go check it.
Yes, please, actually. If
please,
you
let
if
us
you have a karaoke
know.
system at home, check the songbook. Does it have My Way by Frank Sinatra? Yes.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
Alrighty.
But that's cool. That's a cool fact, though. How many was that? 4? Do you
That
think
was
we can get through
4? Yeah, that's
through
4.
all 10? How long have we been going?
45 minutes. Let's go through maybe two more.
Keep it going.
Okay. All right. Next fact is the barong Tagalog was created as formal attire for men in 1930 after Tagalog people learned of the Chinese tang suit, which is basically Chinese formal wear for men.
Okay. That's a hard question because I know that the barong, at least now, is a formal wear piece for men.
Right.
Right. I've worn a barong multiple times.
Barang.
Can you pull up a picture of barang?
Yes.
I've worn a barang before. There's a
Barong.
I can give you a picture of me in one. Boom, there it is.
Don't forget.
Remind me to send you a picture. But I'm pretty sure I have one. Remember you were with me. It was a party for one of my ninangs. And I was wearing a barong because they asked the men to wear barongs.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like a blue one. I was wearing like a blue barong, yeah.
I don't remember this.
Anyway. So I know that they are formal wear, but the thing is, this question could throw me off because you're saying that were they invented for the purpose of being formal wear, and maybe originally they weren't, and maybe this is like to throw me off. So maybe originally they were meant for something else, but now they're seen. Maybe later on they're formal wear. So because I want to seem smart, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel really dumb. I'm gonna say that is false. Yes. Yes. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? Amazing.
Oh man. So I might have what? Let me take that statement back. I might have is not a thing.
You might have
The thing is, no one knows its actual origin. Or where it was first made, or like how it just came about. Like people just know that it was always worn, even pre-colonization, like even like as far back as the 1500s.
No one knows?
Like even scholars can't really find documentation of the first barong or the first barongs.
Weird.
Right. But theories have been made that the barong Tagalog was created for Filipinos to cope with the country's hot climate. So you know how the material is supposed to be really thin and see-through.
Yeah, imagine wearing a suit in like 40 plus weather. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
good luck, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. And I see, yeah, I get that. I think I would have thought that was the reason it was created for Filipinos. But it was
For sure.
also made to distinguish social rank. So if you had a red barong,
Oh.
you were considered like a chief. But if you wore like a white or a black one, you were just like an everyday person.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But were they only meant to be worn like during like formal occasions, or was it just like an everyday thing? Because honestly, they seem a little too.
I want to say it was formal, but back in
They're
the
kind
day,
of
like,
elegant.
they
for,
were
like,
just
more.
worn.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, if you think about it too, like let's say like in North American culture, like back then, people would be wearing a suit or like a shirt and tie almost every day, even if you weren't, even if you're working like a basic office job or like a random job, like people wearing suits all the time. And now we consider, oh, you only wear a suit if you work in like a really nice office,
True.
or if you're going to like a nice party or whatever. So maybe it's kind of like that same mentality.
Probably.
Almost,
I
maybe.
think it is.
Something like that. So
Like, you won't see people today wearing
I mean-
barongs because they want to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, I remember when I was a kid and I had to wear a barong, and I would complain because I thought it was like super itchy.
It is.
Because
The
the thing,
material's
you're
not
only
too
wearing like,
comfortable.
yeah, you're wearing only a t-shirt underneath, right? So like all like
Yeah.
the materials like kind of touching your skin. So I'm like, dude, I should have worn like a long sleeve because like it feels a little weird on your skin. I don't think I mind it as much now, but I think when I was a kid, I was like, it's too itchy or something like that. So.
Itchy. But yeah, that's all I
Very
have
good.
of barongs. Just remind me to put pictures of it now.
Yes, there you go. I mean, I think you probably put it before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. All right.
Yeah. I hope I still know where that picture of me is, but
All right, here we go.
if it's gone forever,
The next fact is the Philippines holds the record, another record one, for the shortest
another record.
average height amongst women, sitting at 5'1".
Oh. That's a hard one because that could be very true. And it's not like to make fun of Filipino women or anything, but it is like a common trope, I guess, that Filipino women tend to be on the shorter side. How tall are you? Like, I know how tall you are,
I'm
like,
like
'cause I see you, but like
5'3"
like,
and a quarter.
numbers wise, 5'3". So that's pretty short. I'd
I'm
say,
a shorty.
right?
Yeah.
But like in the world, shortest,
Yeah.
like average height.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. That could be very true. If it's one of those things, like I feel like if it's wrong, then it's gonna look so bad. Like, oh, well, you think all Filipino women are short or whatever? It's like, no. But most of the time, yeah, they're pretty short. You know?
Yeah.
Like Eunice's mom, I think is like tall, and she's
Yeah,
not.
she's
like,
one of the
she's not
taller Filipinos.
crazy tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for Filipino women, and look, in terms of my relatives, I have a lot of titas, and none of them are taller than me. I don't think. I'm in a Filipino church, and I'm pretty sure all of my titas are not
Are shorter
taller
than you. Yeah. Yeah.
and a lot shorter.
Yeah.
So I think for the heck of it, I'm gonna say that fact is true.
I'm sorry,
I
sir.
apologize to
That's
all of the
incorrect.
Filipino women. I'm sorry to all the Filipino women out there. Please don't get mad at me.
Oh. Oh
So
no.
what country? But they gotta be like top 10 or something, right?
I actually don't
No?
know. They might be actually from what I saw.
Okay.
But women in the Philippines average 5 feet, but they aren't the shortest.
Because 5 feet, that's pretty short.
Yeah.
That's really short. That's right on the cusp of being 4 feet. You know, it's like it's right there.
Men average 5'4".
That's pretty short.
So what I found, like the most recent statistic I found was from 2007 The
That's
shortest,
the most recent? That's pretty
most recent.
that's
I
a
don't know
while ago.
why.
Yeah.
The shortest amongst race, 411.5, and
Mhm.
it's Nepal.
Nepal. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just a tiny bit shorter, just literally
I
this
mean,
much.
that's not that far off. So I wasn't totally off.
Yeah,
Wow,
you're.
411.
Mm-hmm.
That's really short. That's crazy.
I
Huh.
know, but hey,
Who do you think is the
we're not
tallest?
the shortest.
Not the shortest. Woo.
I'm sorry.
Who do you think
I
the
don't know.
tallest is?
I don't know.
I feel like it's like a European country.
Has to be. Like all the Europeans I know are tall.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like one of like the Nordic countries or something.
Yeah, they're usually Russian.
Oh, Russian. Okay. That's not Nordic, but like
Either
maybe
Russian,
maybe Russian.
or
Like Swedish maybe.
I was gonna say Swedish, yeah.
Or like
Or
like one of those like Scandinavian, I mean. Like Scandinavian, European. Feel like they were tall.
yeah.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
Alright.
So I was wrong, but in hindsight, it's not that far off, you know. Filipino women
Hey,
are still. I mean,
This
if the
is
average is
according to
5
the
feet,
statistics.
who were these statistics made by, or
The
collected by?
government.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alrighty.
People, I mean, at least people aren't like lying about their height or whatever. Like, nah, I'm actually.
Okay. Next one.
Mhm. Next.
Filipinos in the Philippines, so not abroad, just in the Philippines,
Okay.
send over 1.39 billion texts every day.
1.39. Okay, here's the thing. I remember when I was younger, when I went to the Philippines, maybe like grade 2. And this is when like Nokia phones were still hot.
Oh my god, yeah.
Those were the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember all the adults that I've seen, and they're texting like crazy.
Yeah.
They're going nuts, and they're really fast. Because like, if you remember, guys,
They're like,
I mean, if you're not from the era where like you had to text on like older phones, you don't get a full keyboard. You have to use like the numbers to text,
mm-hmm.
right? Like 2 is ABC, 3 is DEF, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to type fast on those, but I'm seeing them and they're just storming through their text.
Yeah. I was never
I
that
don't
good
know
at
how-
texting like that.
That's hard to say. 1.39 billion. That feels true. That could be true. But I'm just trying to think of like if it's like a common thing where like Filipinos in the Philippines are very like attached to their phones. Is that a thing? Is that like a yeah, Filipinos always texting. Is that a thing? Is that
Yeah.
Okay, going to your fact.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that's true. I think that's true. Yes, but really 1.39
Yes. Yeah.
and just in the Philippines.
Just in the Philippines.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. But are
Filipinos
those
are
like phone
crazy
texts?
texters. Yes.
Or like through just phone texts?
phone texting. Yeah.
Ah, because I mean, I think like because you could be talking to like other messenger kind of apps and stuff like that. So wow.
So, there are more than 106 million cell phones being used in the Philippines.
Yes, that's a lot.
And so
And
the
wait,
Philippines,
in hindsight,
yeah,
that's not that many. If you think
it's
about
not that many, but
it's not that many.
it's like 106 million, and then everyone texts maybe like 100 times a day.
Yeah,
That's too
and
much.
it equals to that. Wow.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, if you think about it, for that many cell phones, yeah, that's a lot. That's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, so that 1.39 billion texts a day. So with that, Philippines has been crowned as the country that texts the heaviest more than once. So this isn't like, this is common.
Mm,
And
interesting.
with that, they are nicknamed the texting capital of the world.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's kind of nuts.
it's
That's
not
crazy.
so
Wow, that's
crazy.
a big number. I wouldn't think that much though. 1.39 billion, that's a lot.
It's too much.
Man, people are texting way too much over there. People are calming down.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's what they like to do, I guess.
Hey, do you? Do you?
Alrighty. Which one haven't I
How many
done
more do you
yet?
think we should do?
Let's do maybe one more.
One more. Okay, we'll wrap it up.
One more. All right, here we go. In the 80s, the national bird of the Philippines was declared endangered because people were killing the bird for ruining their crops during harvesting seasons.
What's the bird?
The
Or does that
Philippine
give it away?
eagle. No, it
The
doesn't.
Philippine eagle. Can you repeat it again? Can you repeat the fact?
Okay, so in the 80s, the Philippine eagle was declared endangered because people were killing the bird for ruining their crops during harvesting seasons.
That feels true. Because I think that'd be something that people would get mad about if it was ruining their crops and stuff like that.
Right?
Huh. Gosh. I'm gonna say, because there's no other facts I can go off of. Like, I don't know. Yes, there are farms in the Philippines. You know. Would they get mad if a bird was messing up their crops? Maybe. But was it the Philippines eagle? I'm going to say that it's true. No. So, what is like the exact thing that's false, or did you just make that up completely?
No. It's the endangered part. I mean, the killing the bird because of harvesting season, that's baloney.
Oh, okay.
But they actually are endangered, but it's for a totally different reason.
Oh, what's the reason?
It's just because of a massive loss of their habitat because of deforestation.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I mean, killing the Philippine eagle will give people up to 12 years of prison time and heavy fines. Yeah, because it is
12
endangered.
years.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. But even if it was like accidental or something, it's like 12 years. No
Well, you better hide it.
Jeez. I don't even know what the Philippines eagle looks like.
I'll put a picture here.
Okay.
Well, not for
and
you,
I'm gonna
but for
look it
the
up
people.
for my own personal reference.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sucks though.
It
And they're
does
still
suck.
endangered?
They are still endangered.
Aw. I mean,
Unfortunately.
that's not gonna help. I mean, like, at least some places are trying to urbanize, I guess. I mean, like Manila's pretty urbanized, but that's unfortunate. I just looked it up, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It is very different than like the bald eagle or like the American eagle that like you usually see. It looks really cool. I like it.
Yeah. Hooray for Filipino eagle.
Guys, you gotta protect the Filipino eagles, man. Come on.
But yeah, I wasn't keeping track of what you got right or wrong.
I completely forgot either.
But
I
you
think
win! Woo!
I think I got
don't
at
have
least.
a sound effect.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I think at least I think I got like at least over half.
Yeah.
Or at least if I got half, that's fine. But I also learned a lot about
Yes. See, we're learning about our culture, about our homeland.
We invented the yo-yo. We innovated the karaoke system. We have the record for most women breastfeeding simultaneously.
See,
Lots to be.
you totally
lots to be
needed
proud
to know that. Yeah.
Lots to be-
Totes
But yeah.
proud. Yep.
I guess we could wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Wrap it up.
But anyway, thank you for listeing. I hope these facts were interesting. Thank you to Eunice for preparing all of those and getting all those ready.
You're welcome. Sorry.
If you're a new listener who found us recently because of the promoted post, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you continue to listen.
Yeah.
Also,
stay with
I guess
us.
we can shout out Filipino posts on
Yes.
Instagram, and we can shout out Filipino Ube
Yeah.
on Instagram as well for uploading our clips. So thank you for those accounts.
Heck
We should
yeah.
leave a link for them or something in
Yes, I
the
will.
description, so you guys can follow them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to add?
Once again, leave an iTunes review for us. We will
Mm-hmm.
do something special for you.
Yes,
And
please do.
make sure to follow us on our socials. Twitter,
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram,
Right.
at the Halfwhole Pod.
Yes.
I don't know what else to say.
If you're listening to us on Spotify, you can watch us on YouTube, and if you're watching us on YouTube, you can listen to us on Spotify.
Yes. Good job.
Okay. I hope this one turned out a little bit better because I was a little bit disappointed with how last week's podcast turned out in terms of like energy and vibe and stuff like that. We do want this to be a bit more energetic, but when
More
we
happy,
can, we will
happy.
try to move into an actual recorded session as opposed to an online session.
We're hoping for next week. Hoping.
Right. But anyway, for those who are listening, thank you so much. This has been the Half Full Podcast, episode 22. Take care. Stay safe out there. Mask.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, wear your masks. Filipino. I'm just having too much fun now. Okay.
Or else we're going to go all day. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.